Welcome back to Taylor's Travels. Our latest adventure, we decided to go camping / kayaking up at Manatee Springs. We were in Magnolia Loop. We were on Site 5. It was a pull-through site. And this campground only accommodates rigs that are up to 40 feet. Thankfully, we were just a little bit over 40 feet. So the view from our window was what you're seeing right now. It was absolutely beautiful. We had a nice little visitor our first afternoon here, and again for our morning the next day. So he likes bagels, but we didn't feed him any, I promise you. This is the parking lot for the main springs. It was about 8 o'clock in the morning. It was very quiet. There was next to nobody there, and it was super, super nice. Some of the things we learned about Manatee Springs State Park: it is one of Florida's 33 first magnitude springs. It averages a flow of anywhere between 50 to 150 million gallons of water per day. It is the largest single spring flowing into the Suwannee River. The spring water flows through the quarter-mile long spring run to join the river en route to the Gulf of Mexico. The spring shed itself covers an area of over 200 miles, and it provides much of the water to the surrounding areas. The spring can sometimes be crystal clear, can sometimes be a little more orange or brown. Depends on the rain. We did happen to see quite a few signs that reminded us that the American alligator is very present in the springs. There are several species of turtles. There were snakes, one of which Lonnie and I got to swim with right up at the far side of that spring right there. No, it wasn't anything for alarm. We just stayed away from it, and he stayed over and doing his thing, and we were all just fine. Later on, this actually did fill up quite a bit with a lot of floats, older kids, younger kids, middle-aged kids, teenagers. It was a hoot. Sometimes manatees do come up into the spring, but we did not see any. The spring water is actually 72 degrees year round, and got to admit, once you jump in there and you go swimming, you kind of lose your buzz a little bit. There is a very, very large area for families to have cookouts, to have little day parties. There's pavilions, places to just set up your towel and hang out. Just have a good time, relax, and enjoy the springs. I can't wait to see who comes to visit. Oh, look, it's Uncle Billy, Aunt Margie, Uncle Jim, and Aunt Val is hanging out right around the corner. We're getting ready to go kayaking. This should be awesome because we're going to all three couples go out on the river, see what's happening, and no, we are not taking the dogs because it would just be a little too much. So now that everyone is here, we're going to go head down to the springs and see what we can do. We've got our Sea Eagle. Jim and Marge have their Oru kayak, as you can see, and Billy and Val are going to rent one from the shop. Let's see how this goes. Lonnie even was able to find one of his old coolers from the boat when he had it, the big bobber. So one of the things that we did notice as we were walking down to the kayak launch was that if you're going any bit of a distance when you're carrying your foldable or your inflatable kayak, it could tend to be a little bit heavy. So going forward, we're probably, both the Batillos and the Taylors are going to look into maybe a little bit of a luggage rack that we can throw these kayaks on. This way we don't have to carry them because quite honestly, we're super lazy and we really don't feel like carrying them. So as you can tell, it wasn't a far walk, but it was still far enough to where we realized we don't want to carry this stuff anymore. Typically, there is an 800-foot dock that you can go walk out on. You can walk along the river or the spring out to the Suwannee River, but it's under construction, and so that was a no-go this time. Hopefully next time it'll be all fixed. So here is the kayak launch. The water isn't as crystal clear and blue as we would have liked it to be, but it's still not going to stop us from going out. So it takes us about 10 minutes to get ready. So here we go. Hang on to your hats.
Well, we're going backwards now. Woohoo! Yeah, and we're going backwards. In the drink. You and Lonnie. And you and I will adjust that. Yeah. Lonnie, roll. Lonnie. Film what, honey? Is that an alligator? Hello, sister. Billy got a fanny pack.
I will tell you the coolest thing about all of that is that Billy is cool. No matter all the I love you, the anniversary cards, whatever. That is I am committed to you forever. Bless you. So speaking of fish, these shorts, am I not gonna wear them?
That's okay. Lonnie had to run to Walmart last night and get swim trunks. Walmart.
Walmart, $6. Oh, swim trunks? Which one? Over here? I need all their summer stuff's going on clearance. It's cool. No, it's too big for you. We're men talking here. We can say that. Now actually better. Yeah, all right. Now we're good.
Yeah, because you can't see it.